If you talk with some of the locals in the Pinedale Big Piney region of Western Wyoming, they'll tell you this year's winter is the worst they've experienced. The others will say it's pretty close. The winter of 2016-17 still has a few months left, but snowfall totals of over 100 inches in some places is impacting mule deer and pronghorn antelope populations in that region and other parts of western Wyoming. And the Wyoming Game and Fish Department wants the public to be aware that the potential for increased mortality of young mule deer and even older mule deer is a strong possibility. Game and Fish Wildlife Division Chief Brian Nesvik.
We're not going to know the total or a cumulative effect on big game herds until the snow's gone and our biologists and wardens are able to get out in the field and conduct some analysis on the ground. But certainly we expect right now, based on what we've seen of the winter, that we're going to have increased fawn mortality, potentially even some adult mortality, which occurs in the most severe of winters.
According to the National Weather Service in Riverton, 22 inches of snow fell in and around Pinedale in October. November saw another 13.5 inches. December dropped 28 inches. And January really went off with 44 inches of additional powder. And so far, 15 inches has fallen this month. That's a total of 122.5 inches, almost double the average snowfall of 65 inches a year in the Pinedale region. Near Daniel, over 98 inches has fallen. Spring storms, while unpredictable, offer yet another hurdle for these animals to deal with.
That's always a concern when they're already in what we would define as a nutritionally stressed state, and more snow, more cold temperatures can certainly continue to have effects. In the past, when we've seen these kind of hard winters, they're not new to Wyoming. As recently as 2010-11, as far back as 1949, and many in between those two. We've seen a lot of severe winters in Wyoming, and typically deer herds and antelope herds rebound quickly. 3 to 5 years they'll rebound and recover from these kind of winters.
Some animals have migrated off their usual wintering areas to places with less snow. It's important to remember that these animals have evolved to such conditions and are resilient. The big key going forward, though, is what winter has left in store for them. By giving these animals space, not pushing them into deep snow, and helping them preserve the remaining fat reserves they have left, the public can help these animals with the remainder of what's proving to be one of the tougher winters on record. This is Ray Hageman with the Wyoming Game and Fish Department.